Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode on my channel. Today I'm going to be ranking all of the archer heroes from strongest to weakest and also going over some of the combinations that you can use in battle and the corresponding skills that you want to use to boost your archer heroes to the best of their ability. But first, I want to give a brief understanding on how archer heroes work and why they are some of they deal the most damage in the game. First, checking out their skills. As you can see, this is a huge damage factor with a 35% chance of increasing burn damage. So you get 20% increased burn damage for 4 seconds. And your passive skill not only does huge damage factors, but it also inflicts them with burn. And that's important, that Archer is burning your enemies, or Verdani is inflicting burning on your enemies, because not only do you have these stats that boost burning damage, but you also have skills that increase burning damage or inflict burning damage. And so you can see they go hand in hand. A lot of these skills increase burn damage or inflict it. Or another skill you might want to use is called First Strike. It's a purple skill, so it's very easy to ascend. And that increases the amount of rage that you get every second. You can get 50 per second for the first 30 seconds. So that's what makes it so great. And the way that rage works is on these archer heroes, it activates your active skill. So once you reach 1,000 rage, and so 50 every second plus anything you can get anywhere else, which I'll go over later in this video, constantly has that active skill activated, which makes this whole 35% chance issue kind of a lot better because it's always being used. It recharges very quick. So now going into some of the hero combinations that you can use, the most free-to-play friendly is going to be Verdani and Alena. The reason that you want to use Verdani and not Archer with this is we have burn damage increase here, burning on the target every 9 seconds, and you want to use Rage Leech, First Strike. Alena, I don't have great skills on her, but you want to use those other burning, like the Fiery Rage, the Hera's Curse, Fiery Detonation, Rage Leech, or the First Strike. So on Alena, the reason that you want to pair it with Verdani is increased burn damage, and then also there's a 50% chance of dealing a damage factor when they receive a skill. Let me read that again. When they receive active skill damage, and also when she casts this Ascended skill, there's a 50% chance to reduce the target's rage. So not only is she increasing her own burn damage, but she's also reducing her target's damage. And so the reason that you want to pair it with Verdani is because of the burn damage. You can pair them up and they do a lot of damage in battle. Next on the list, I'm actually going to go over to the arena here so I can give you a visual of what these kind of look like. The next one is the classic Archer Verdani matchup. I could show you mine, but this is just a nicer way to show it. This is what the setup kind of looks like. The best equipment, these are the best common equipment before the Mystic update. But once the Mystic update came, you want to use that gear. It provides a lot of stats and should definitely become a priority. Magma Plate, Slither Boots, and I don't know the head, I can show you in a second. But again, you kind of see the First Strike, Hera's Curse, Rage Leech, Fiery Rage paired with these two because of all of the rage gaining and all of the inflict burning on the target, so it burns your target, and there's also a 50% chance to reduce their defense, which is huge. Fiery Rage, every time they receive a basic attack, so every other second, there's a 10% chance to inflict burning, so this skill inflicts burning, and if the target's burning, which it causes it to do 10% of the time, the damage dealt is doubled. And this also goes along with this. If the target is burning, it actually heals your troops. So a lot of these burning skills inflict it, and then you have other skills that benefit off of the target being burning. Next on the list is, I'm going to say second. I mean, you could probably tie it with first, but I think it's just a little bit weaker. It's going to be your Verdani and your Yoli combination. Again, the same kind of skill sets. Oh, it looked like, there it is. Fiery Detonation again, Fiery Rage, Hera's Curse, and Rage Leech. It's the same kind of 5 skills that you just, whatever you have the most leveled up is the skill you want to use. Out of those kind of 5, the Rage Leech, Fiery Detonation, Fiery Rage, Hera's Curse, and First Strike. Whatever you have, highest of stars and the highest of levels, use the top 4 of those. So that's kind of a visual on that lineup. And then the best in the game right now, that's the hardest of hitting, is going to be your Archer and Yoli combination. The reason that Yoli is he's season 2, but the reason that he is just so strong are these active skills that he has. So huge damage factors and increases the health of your army by 8%, up to 3 enemies. So when you're in KVK battling, he is dealing with everything. And then also his Plague, his passive skill, it inflicts poison And so poison and burning are different. And so I think the reason that these two are so great paired together is Arter is always casting his skill and doing a ton of burning damage, but also Yomi is adding an additional poison damage. And so again, you just want to use those same handful of skills to increase the burning damage and the amount of burning there is going on. Because in the game right now, I don't believe there's any poison skills, but if there are, I'd love to kind of test them out. But again, here's the headpiece that I was missing, the archer attack increase, the brutal headgear. But as you can see, once you can start getting this mythic gear into your setups, it adds 20% of stats. It's pretty ridiculous. And like, look at these guys. These guys' mounts are just starting to get crazy these days. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope this allowed you to understand how archer heroes work a little better and some of the skills that you want to use to go along with those hero combinations. But pretty much just whatever you have highest of level is what you want to use out of those 5 skills and out of all of those archer heroes. So if you guys found this content helpful, please consider subscribing below. If you're new here, please consider downloading Viking Rise today with the links in the description and use promo code PROMOVRC. It really helps support the channel. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching the video. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.